Y'all niggas better listen to my daddy's podcast.
Let's do it.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed.
You are now tuned in to the Smokers Lounge 420 podcast.
We gon' get to hear a little twin. Weed is from the earth.
Yeah. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge 420 podcast. God damn it, the best podcast in the world. This is season 2, episode number 6. This is podcasting from a real nigga perspective. Now make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media. God damn it. Now right now, about the time I need you to light up something, pour you a drink, and let's vibe. God damn it. You can now get us on your smart speaker. Just say okay Google or Alexa, play the Smokers Lounge 420 podcast, and boom, right in your face. Now make sure y'all join our Facebook group.
I'll continue playing the Smokers Lounge.
Okay, Google, stop. You know how she do. She have a mind of her own and shit. But make sure you join
the Smokers Lounge.
Okay, Google, stop. Damn, John Legend busting in too. Can't do shit. Make sure you join our Facebook group, the Smokers Lounge, for new exclusives behind the scenes and shit. God damn it. And right now is about the time I like to get into something a little motivational, inspirational. God damn it. And today's motivational words, inspirational words of the day is chug, 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 chug. Okay, that's a quote from the engine that could. He never gave up. God damn it. He kept going until he got to where he needed to go. So the words of the goddamn day is chug, 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 chug. Keep on pushing. God damn it. Okay. So that's the words of the day. That's by the little engine who could. God damn it. You alright over there, Kate?
I wasn't expecting that.
She wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. But right now is about the time where I like to bring in one of the best co-hosts of the goddamn land. He goes by Big Poppy. He goes by, Big G Rapper. Mr. I don't smoke the blunts. I'm a pass it, goddammit. But without further ado, let's give it up for motherfucking President Miller.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This one's gonna come this way.
What's goody with you, man?
Hey. I'm getting fucked up. What's good with you?
Ain't shit, man. Just getting over this stuffy nose and shit. So I sound a little bit nasally still, but you know.
Okay, damn nigga, you always sick, goddammit.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Come on, man. Don't do me like that.
Okay. Okay.
I rarely get sick.
Okay. Well, we also got another special guest host in the building. Goddamn it. She's one of the most beautiful, tallest women that I know. She's been holding it down for a minute. She's one of the fan goddamn favorites. Okay. We're still trying to find out who she likes. Goddamn it, because she hates everybody. Goddamn it. But without further ado, goddamn it, let's give it up for K-Dub.
Smokers Lounge, what up? And just for the record, I like Smokers Lounge. Don't that count? I like somebody.
Okay, well.
I like all y'all niggas listening.
Okay, well,
see?
There you go.
I'll like one up for that, goddammit.
And it's like that.
Okay, now today we have a special guest in the building, goddammit. He goes by the name It's Marley, goddammit. He's a great MC. He's a great dad. He's one of the most versatile MCs in the 412, okay? He's one of the most underrated MCs in the 412. I mean, if you want some smoke shit, if you want some street shit, if you just want some straight flows, this is gonna be the man to get for you, goddamn. So without further ado, goddamn, let's welcome to the lounge. Let's light one up for him, goddamn it. It's Marley, goddamn it.
It's Marley, nigga. What's happening? Thanks for having me on here.
Get up.
Thanks for having me on here today. I appreciate y'all. I'm always down to smoke. My man Styles brought me down here. I've been rocking with him for a long time, so I had to make sure we had some fun with it.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Glad to have you in the lounge. Now, before we get started, let everybody know where you from and any social medias they can reach you on and shit.
Yeah, y'all can reach me on. I'm on my live right now. Matter of fact, on Instagram, y'all can reach me on IG. It's Marley 412. ITSMARLY 412. Y'all can get at me on Snapchat. Same thing. It's Marley412. Twitter, the real. It's Marley.
Okay.
Yeah, get at me.
Now you keep saying Marley. Now,
Yes, sir.
Is that your real name?
My real name is Jamar.
Okay.
So coming up, you know what I mean, my aunts and uncle, oh, Marley, you know what I mean, and at the time, Marley Marr,
Okay.
You know what I mean, the legendary producer, was big in their era, so, you know what I mean, so just stuck
like that?
Yeah, so Marr, you know what I mean, Marley, it all just came together.
Okay.
Then as I got older, I guess it kind of evolved, right, because I started smoking, you know what I mean, I was late into smoking, you know what I mean, I didn't smoke until, like, my senior year of high school, I didn't start smoking, so.
Okay.
Then I started getting that started to have me get involved with like Bob Marley. Become a huge Bob Marley fan. Damn.
So it's like a double entendre then.
Yeah, now it became that way. It wasn't always wasn't intended to be that way, but it just kind of worked.
Okay.
You feel me?
How long you been making music?
Oh man, I've been professionally making music since like 2008. I mean, I can't even say that. That's a funny question, bro. I've been making music since I was in like 5th grade.
Okay.
Making like parody raps. That's how I started off. Like Been Around the Cafeteria. You know, Puff and Mace came out with the Been Around the World. So I made a joint called Been Around the Cafeteria, and I just, you know what I mean, I was been around the cafeteria eating pizza.
Okay.
You feel me? So, you know, that was real to my life at the time because that's the only thing I knew to rap about. And then it just kind of evolved from that. Then I started recording probably not long after that, but just like some generic type stuff. You know, you had your hand recorder by you.
Right.
You know, you playing the beat. You find it. I used to find any instrumental I can get. I didn't care what it was. It could be rock and roll. It could be R&B.
Okay.
My first joint was an R&B instrumental. I made a song to just because you know, it wasn't like now. We didn't have the internet where you can go to YouTube.
You remember the name of that joint?
It was Player. Here's to you. Here's to you.
Okay.
That joint. Was Static Major. Static Major, rest in peace to him. He's super dope, right? That's the dude that was responsible for Lollipop for Lil Wayne.
Right, right.
Static Major. He was with that group Player. And Player was with Timberland and them. He was they were signed under him.
Okay.
So Tim did a lot of production for them. But anyway, yeah. So I started recording probably like around then, 6th grade. But that wasn't like I didn't care about. I just wanted to make tapes for me and my homeboys and shit.
Well, since you've been recording so long, how many Oh shit, people! This is what we call the power seat right here, people. Okay, because if you don't know what the power seat is, this is when the blunt gets passed to the same person. They got both blunts. Goddamn it!
Oh yeah.
A lot. Yeah, you about to be in the power seat. Goddamn.
Dun,
Dog, you got me out here double fisting.
That's called the power seat. And yeah, remember which one is going which way too. So I'm sorry, like I was saying. So you've been in so long. How many projects you got out so far?
I mean, I got 2 official projects out.
Okay.
This is gonna be my 3rd one, but I have a whole bunch of music I recorded, singles, features, and stuff like that. But I'm like real. When coming out with an official project, I'm like a real perfectionist. I want everything to sound as good as possible. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to making music. Like I'm always in my head like this ain't. And it'd be funny. Like I had to move past that. Like I'll make songs. And I had to start making songs and putting them out even if I didn't like it. Because I know, like, there's a lot of stuff on the radio that I don't like. So just because I don't like it don't mean other people won't necessarily mess with it. And it's like some of my, like, most popular songs be songs I didn't even like initially. Like, they had to grow on me. Okay. Like, leaving the studio, I was like, straight dud. And my homie's like, oh, this is hard. Like, with this one? Like, what about this joint right? No, play that other one back again. Like, no, dog, I ain't playing that one again. Listen to this one. No, but yeah. So yeah, that's just the reason for that. And but yeah, no, a lot of music made, man. A lot of stuff recorded. A lot of writings. Tons of rhyme books.
Okay.
Yeah. Take us through your writing process, man.
It's changed over the years. When I was younger, it used to be different. Like I said, I didn't have instrumentals and stuff readily available to me, so I used to just write. I used to just come up with concepts and write and just write and write and write. Then as I got older and I could find more instrumentals, then it was important to me to write to an instrumental and to have a concept and be writing towards an effort and towards a goal. Now I'm a little bit more free flowing. Now I'm like a true artiste.
Okay.
Like when I feel like it, it's gotta be all about feelings. Like when I force stuff, I just don't. I can't do it. I can't feel it. Like I can't.
I receive my nigga.
I can't make myself. Oh shit. Came this way, so that means that one goes that way. No, that means this one goes. Oh, I got it. All right. Yeah. So now I'm just all about feeling. So whenever I'm writing, I just gotta be feeling it that day. And I'll crank out a couple of jams though if I'm feeling a bit like that.
Right. Okay.
Or sometimes I might just want to be in the studio. I used to be one of those cats that had to be real prepared to go to the studio. Like I need to have like 4 or 5 songs ready to get recorded in 2 hours or an hour, right? But that's because I was paying crazy money for studio time and I didn't have a lot of money, so it was real important I got that shit right, one take and everything. Now I'm like, I don't mind going in with like a half a song and a concept before I record.
Okay.
And just rocking out and then going in and finishing the rest of the song in the studio. I'll take my time. I got a little bit more funds now that I'm an adult. So I can be more of a perfectionist.
Okay.
Do you prefer writing in the studio to writing somewhere else?
No, I mean, honestly, I like to be prepared for it. I like to be as prepared as I can be for a session. Just because I like, you and I were talking before we were recording about being respectful of other people's time. So, you know, I mean, even my engineer, I want to make sure I'm not wasting that man's time and, you know, he's getting a good product. You know, you're a constant representation of yourself, so you want to present your best self to everyone in every form.
Right. Because
word of mouth is powerful, you know what I mean? So my engineer comes across a lot of artists, and he's like, oh, who did you just record with? Oh, I recorded with Marley, good dude, blah, 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 check him out, we just did this shit. You know what I mean? So that's how stuff works. But yeah, no, I don't necessarily have a preference. Like I said, it's all about feelings. Like I might just go to a jam session. My man Samaj does something crazy. I don't know if y'all familiar with Samaj Hager, but he's a dope ass producer. He does.
What's his name?
Samaj Hager.
Okay.
Super dope producer. He worked with a lot of dope artists in the burbs. But he has a jam session he does at his studio. You know what I mean? That's real dope. Artists come in. He plays beats, you go ahead and rock out. A couple cats get on songs might not have collabed otherwise, you know what I mean? I did that.
Okay. Now, what made you want to do music, my nigga?
Oh man, I always loved music. I wanted to be a singer, right?
Okay.
I think that's the story of every rapper, huh? Like, you want to be a singer, then you realize you can't sing. You like,
I'm about to say, can you sing, my nigga?
Hell no, I can't sing. I like to think I can sing. I like to think I can sing. Everybody always corrects me like, nah, bro, don't do that shit.
Like, nah.
You usually be the people that loves you the most, like your mom, but like, nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up, that's not. You know, other people can actually like, that's art. Yeah, you sound art. Like, nah, that ain't the way it is. But no, I think that's the way it starts, right? There's a lot of music in my house. Like my mom loved music. My dad was a singer.
Okay.
He kept heavy vinyl in the house, like tons of vinyl. He had all sorts of music, all sorts of genres. Like he had old school Chuck Berry, rock and roll. You know what I mean? Doo-wop, gospel. You know, Curtis Blow, hip hop. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy vinyl collection. So I was just always around music. So I just always loved music. And then, like I said, I figured out I couldn't sing, so I was like, man, I still kind of want to create. Then kind of just fell in love with hip hop. I was born in New Jersey, right? I was born in North New Jersey, and I went to elementary school years in like Detroit. So I moved back to Jersey, and Jersey's like hella East Coast, like that's in like New York basically, right? So I was growing up listening up to like Hot 97, and that's in the era, it was like the late 90s. When Bad Boy was going nuts, like right after Big died, like Bad Boys, like hip hop was heavy in that era, and like DMX just came out. I remember this because Rough Rider Anthem came out, and that's all you heard everywhere was Rough Rider's Anthem. Everybody's car, dun, 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 dun. That's all you heard everywhere. You know what it was, right? So just hip hop was just crazy to me at that time.
DMX, goddammit.
Yeah, for sure. So that's all I just fell in love with the art of hip hop. I just fell in love. I was like, yeah, this is my shit. Then I love the nuances, the technicality of it. I love wordplay and all that type shit. So
okay. Well, let's get into some jams, bro. You sent Zip.
Yeah, yep.
Tell us about that.
That's a new jam I did, man. You know what I mean? I was just feeling it that day. I felt like I needed some more up-tempo stuff for the tape. I needed something where I was just talking shit a little bit, and that's what this was. You know what I mean? I felt like it'd be a fun performance song. Sometimes I just think like, damn, it would be fun to perform, and that's what this was.
Let's get in the zip.
Which way this go?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, killing them. That's how we doing it right now.
Party foul. Call me Prez.
Oh wow, that was rude.
How you gonna do it?
Yeah.
You ain't even gonna stoop down there, huh? You ain't even gonna go down there. You ain't gonna take it to that level. Yeah, but that was
it. And who produced that?
Germ.
Okay.
Big Germ produced the whole joint for me. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was dope. Now, how long did it take you to do this joint?
Not long.
Not long. Okay. Now we got another one, bro. Let me see. Get to it. Let me see. You sent me Claremont.
Oh yeah. This is some more of the same. Just some boastful bragging, playing around with some bounce beats, some performance joints, and still trying to be witty with wordplay. You know what I mean? That's always I always want to still say something, even when I ain't saying nothing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's Marley, nigga, Claremont. Let's get into it. This is the Smokers Lounge 420 podcast, goddammit. And I am Mr. Styles.
Prez Miller.
K-Dub.
It's Marley, nigga. So keep on wishing I'm in a different dimension. I'm in a whole other space. Steady lapping these niggas. I'm in a whole other place. Says she loving the taste. I know the stuff that I can see me flex. I played it on the floor. You almost want to stay in your direction. That's just how I go, man. I know the stuff that I can see me flex.
that was Claremont right there.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is gonna be on. This is on.
All this is off. Yeah, all this is off the upcoming mixtape. Marley Stay in Line too.
Okay.
So y'all getting a sneak preview into it.
Okay.
I haven't released any singles except for the intro. Which there's a
Okay.
video for.
Now, when can we look forward to that dropping?
Soon.
Soon. Okay.
Very soon.
Real safe answer right there.
Hey.
Like went up for that safe answer, goddammit.
And it's like that.
Now, you said we can get a few bars. Is that still?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I mean, and I don't even know the beats we got up in here. Probably got beats from season 1, but which nobody spit though. Oh, I don't know if you fuck with this one.
It's just a pop-up. Okay. Straight off the top, I rock. See, there's no written shit. Every time I come, I'm like blow with this shit. Dig me? Like a shovel. Do my damn thing. Heavy on the trouble. Ride the fucking bass. Might sell the bass. Was up in the kitchen. Had that thing up on my waist. Up in the kitchen. And I'm steady cooking bass. Whip it, run around. Never second place. Only see is first. Rocking out with styles. Got K to the left. And we chop it down. Damn, like the banner. Everything I do go bananas. Niggas say the wrong thing. Go nuts like a planner. Ooh. And I'm on a whole different level. THC. I'm so damn high, like 24 when he touched the sky. Niggas can't fuck with me, nor see I. See, I'm like the eye in the sky, no pie in the sky. I need mines now, I gotta go and get it. I'm so damn hard, they think that it's written, but it's not, Styles. This how I rock out every time. I might just go grab a folded chair, take it over his head like this, hell yeah. Stone cold stun him, I'm so damn stunning. Do my damn thing, they don't want nothing. I told you I would spit, and you asked that. What the fuck I look like? Ass cap on all my bars. Anytime I come with writtens, niggas say this shit, man. I'm so damn gifted, like it's Christmas. That was about what? 6 days? No, probably 6 weeks. Do my damn thing, man. Make it so they can't speak. Nigga wanna see me on your fucking TV? Nah, it don't matter who you are. One thing you gotta say is Mar got bars.
Yeah.
Damn, my man came through right off the top, yo. That's big respect, yo. You know what I mean? Late.
Hey, bro, I ain't even play with the beat selection or nothing, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't went. That wasn't planned or scripted. You ain't say, hey, what beat you want to listen to or?
Nah, that was straight off the top, man. We played a random beat. He got to it, man.
That was real, dog. That was real.
That's good shit right there. That's good
Hell
shit
yeah.
right there.
Hell yeah. Okay. God
That's
damn.
what MCs are supposed to do, ain't it?
I mean, shit. Hell, I mean,
Big salute, big salute.
That's what we do.
yeah, I got to smoke one for that. I got to smoke another one for that.
Hell yeah.
Gotta make sure we still alive on that one. God
He
damn.
did his fucking thing
I
right
had to
there.
make sure we got that one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
God damn.
I'm higher than 2 kites. I ain't gonna lie to you. I smoked before I came here.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
man,
There
cut off.
are 2 kites.
Oh, man. That's
So goddamn high.
That's the first time somebody came through and spit for us and shit, goddamn it. And yes, the first, oh damn.
And it was Marley.
Goddamn.
Hey.
And if you come through, you just seen that segment is called Bars. Marley just created it, goddamn it. So goddamn it. So if you come through, you better have some bars. You already see where the motherfucking precedent is set. It's set up here, goddamn it. So don't come here with that
He
bullshit.
said that shit way high.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't even think I want to come after that.
God
I'll wait
damn.
till next season.
That's crazy. I appreciate y'all. That
God
very
damn.
humble.
One more time. God damn.
Hey,
Give it up for this
Big
Marley.
salute,
God
dog.
damn.
God damn. Yeah. You definitely went in. Let's get back to this goddamn interview.
I said we was gonna have fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, big fun, big fun. Who is some of your biggest musical influences?
My biggest influence. This isn't the list. So, my biggest influences personally, musically.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even know, bro. There's so many, and it changes all the time, right? Like as we get older, it always changes.
What's your top 3 right now?
Top 3 right now. I don't even know, bro. It's so obscure. I don't know. It'd be like Bob Marley.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of Bob Marley in my free time.
Okay.
So I appreciate like good lyricism, right? So not even on whatever. So I just appreciate like when people say cool shit. So it's like, oh, okay, I get that. He was talking about freedom. Like I still feel oppressed. I ain't gonna get in all that. So whenever you're talking about freedom, I'm like, damn, like I feel that. So just from a writing perspective, definitely Bob Marley influences. My brother, he's a dope MC.
Okay.
Every time I hear him, he always
Shout him out.
Oz.
Okay.
Oz, he stays out in Portland right now. He's rocking out there doing his thing. He's super crazy, lyrical.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just
like one up for Oz, goddammit.
yeah, big bro. And myself, man, I just like life. No, not even myself. That sounds crazy. Life is a big influence in my music. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just living, seeing, traveling. You know what I mean? Meeting new people. I learn from people all the time. I take away from every experience. You know what I mean? And that influences everywhere I go in life. You know what I mean? So those three things are my biggest influences in my music. Shout out to the trifecta.
Yes, indeed. What's the biggest song you've been a part of so far, man?
Oh, the biggest song I've been a part of is easily the Bird Thing remix. Shout out to my homie Shonsky, formerly known as Money SL. He had a joint that he did with Wiz. This is back in the day. It's like 2009. He had a song he did with Wiz, and he was like, I want to remix it. He's like, I want you to get on it. I'm like, oh, that'd be crazy. And then he ended up getting like Chevy on there, Chevy Woods, Boaz. And it was just a dope ass song, like super crazy, like big, like as far as big stuff goes. That was cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That was cool. Fucking.
Have you like done any shows? You know what I mean, open up for any motherfuckers or big motherfuckers and shit?
Yeah, for sure. We just did a show opening up for Freddie Gibbs.
Like went up for him?
Down Fox Hill on the south side, that was lit. John Quest opened up for him as well.
You fuck with Quest?
And Quest just dropped his new album. Shout out to him, huh? Hollywood Divorce.
Okay, yeah.
That joint goes crazy.
Make sure y'all get that for all the new viewers out there. Make sure you check the John Quest interview season 1 episode.
Sure,
Nigga, look for John Quest, goddammit. Okay, let's get back to the interview.
Yeah, for sure. So that's I did him and I, Shonsky, were all a part of that show, opening up for Freddie Gibbs. We did a show for Cam last year. We opened up for Cameron, legendary Dipset.
Okay, like went up for Dip.
Yeah, no, I've done a lot of shows like that though, bro. Just out throughout life. My first big one was like Young Buck. Back in the day, it was the first big artist I ever opened up for. G Unit, that shit was crazy. But yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all part of the grind. I got a show tonight, January 25th. Is there live? I guess I'm live anyway. So for sure tonight, January 25th. Come check me out, Shady Side, 5857 Forbes Avenue.
Like went up for that.
We're gonna be rocking out some dope ass lineup. Fast Eddie Productions. I don't know if y'all familiar with DJ Fast Eddie.
I fuck with Fast Eddie from like back in the day.
Yeah.
Fast Eddie Productions.
Yeah, Fast Edd's a Berg legend for real.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. It's his. He's
Like went up
hosting
for
it.
Fast Eddie, goddammit.
If y'all whoever's not familiar for whatever reason, Fast Eddie put together the mixtapes that everybody wanted to be on back in the day.
Back in Fast Eddie Productions.
Those mixtapes were crazy, and they had like Government Gang, Wiz,
Young Wiz, hell
yeah,
yeah.
Young Wiz, Young Mac. You know what I mean? Just everybody wanted to be on those mixtapes because that was the only stuff really popping like that. Everybody else had like Clue mixtapes and stuff like that. That was kind of our like Clue. But he's putting this together, and it's got a lot of dope artists on there performing, which I don't want to name any because I don't want to forget any. But yeah, so this is gonna be a dope night.
Okay.
Give us a story of your favorite studio moment, man.
My favorite studio moment. Oh man, I have a lot of them. Got a lot of favorite studio moments. I had a lot of dope moments in the studio where I came across like some really cool people.
Okay.
My bad. Yeah, I couldn't even quantify one. There's just so many. Anytime I get to go to the studio, it's a great time, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So anytime I get to make music, it's just a fun time. I don't even think I could arrange them.
Okay, now let me ask you this. This is the Smokers Lounge 420, goddammit.
Yes, sir.
we like to keep it 100 on this show, all the way 100. So,
For sure.
We asked a few people that's out. They kind of shied away from the question. So I'm gonna ask you, tell us about your worst feature that you received.
My worst feature. Like on my project, or I've been a part of?
Like maybe you had to do a feature for somebody's song and it was whack, or maybe you asked somebody for a feature and they sent you some whack shit back.
I don't think that's ever happened. I think everybody I ever worked with musically, like I always wanted to work with them, or I had some type of desire to work with them, and so they delivered. You know what I mean? I'm probably a fan of their work, so I don't think I've ever experienced that, to be honest. So fortunately, not as of yet. But I'm always open to working with new people as well. Not to say I work exclusively with people who I enjoy, but yeah, no, I haven't had that problem, fortunately.
Okay, that's what's up then.
I fell victim to one of those that shied away. I can't come up with one.
Well, see, yeah, no, that's cool. You just couldn't come up with one, but they had some.
Oh no, I can't say
and they
that.
want to talk about them and shit.
I can't say I haven't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm in the power seat.
Power seat, right went up for the power seat, goddammit.
But yeah, I always enjoy features and stuff though. That's always a big fun.
Okay.
Collaborating with other artists. It puts you in an uncomfortable place sometimes because it might take you out of your element. And I enjoy that in music. Like I said, I enjoy the technicality of it, so I love being out of my element where I have to might readjust or do something I might not do otherwise because it might have me explore something I like that I wouldn't have done otherwise.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the current state of hip hop right now. What do you think about the current state of hip hop?
Oh, it's fun, man. I like it. I like the.
You fucking with it?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I had it's funny because I went through a phase, probably like what year is 2020, probably like 2014 or something. I went through a phase like fuck all this new shit. I'm straight listening to Nas and Big. Then I seen like a Gucci interview or something, man. It made a lot of sense. And Gucci was like, man, he's like, I always keep my ear to the streets with the young boys. He's like, because at one time, he said, Nas was coming up and like the older generation was like, what is this? This sounds crazy. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. That's the God honest truth. Like, and you got to be open to that because it is a young man's sport. And once again, like I said, I love the technicality of it. I love evolving. It might have me change something up, approach something the way I might not have approached it otherwise. You know what I mean? So I'm always open to the new stuff.
So,
not saying that I like it all, but some of it's nonsense. I mean, I think music does set a strong message. I think it can be damaging to youth. The message that's gotten across now, like just the drug culture. You know what I mean? Of course, we're smoking bud, which I don't think that's a drug. I think like, pills and all that stuff. I can see how it could be damaging to someone who doesn't know any better.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be my concern with it. But outside of that, I think it's entertainment and it's good entertainment. You know what I mean? They ain't saying nothing. It's not gonna. I feel lyricism lasts, right? And this stuff is just a fad. It's just gonna be a phase for a minute, and that's cool. Like when I go to the club, if I go to the club right now, I don't want them to play no Nas. You know what I mean? Because that's not gonna be the mood. But if I'm in my car by myself, yeah, I'm bumping Nas, because that's gonna be the mood. I don't want to go to the sea. That's exactly why I ain't like that up. So yeah, no, I like, not to say I like it all. And like I said, music has a message and it's important, and I understand what it is to be young too. So you don't grasp all the power that you have. So I can't fault them for not exercising what they don't know.
Well, what niggas you listening to now?
Not everybody. I like a lot of local hip hop, bro. I like a lot of local hip hop. I mess with Fed's new stuff is dope. I don't know if y'all familiar with Fed the God, but he's dope. Flatline Nizzy is dope. Big homie Juggy, he's dope from the Berg. Those are all local Berg artists. I mess with Key Glock, Dolph Young Boy.
That was the next question. Who's your favorite Pittsburgh artist?
My favorite Pittsburgh artist. Me, of course. I'm my favorite Pittsburgh artist, but I can't.
I like one up for that. Okay.
That's a safe answer.
Besides you.
Besides me? Dylon, and
You got any other businesses going on besides music?
Man, not at the moment. There's always some things on fire. You know what I mean? Music is a business. It's gonna be the way to expand, diversify.
Okay. Real quick, what you think about the whole AD situation?
I feel bad for him, dog. I feel bad for him because he's a young black man who's lost. Obviously, there's something wrong with him. I don't know what it is. Like they said, everybody watched Aaron Hernandez. Everybody think it's CTE. I always thought it was CTE. To be honest with you, you see a lot of these players doing crazy stuff. Not just Aaron Hernandez, Junior Seau, who seemed to be a perfectly upstanding gentleman. Took his own life, and he said, CTE was a strong part of that. So I feel bad for dude. I hope he finds a way. He won a lot of games for us. He played great ball. I think we're cursed that we live in a time where, as a public figure, people know you so intimately. We didn't know. If Elvis Presley had Twitter, he might look crazy as hell.
Right.
We don't know what Elvis Presley, imagine what Elvis Presley might have tweeted out. Bro, that might be something. Mozart, that nigga ain't had Twitter. Imagine if Mozart had Twitter, he might, and yes, my young slave today in my quarters. What did he think this was? I said Negro, please. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like Mozart was going in. But no, I just think it's unfortunate that we live in a time where you can be so intimate. Like, what he did on the field was what he did on the field, and he did a lot for us on the field. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate in his personal life that he's suffering. And we're all suffering by not seeing a great talent on the football field. You know what I mean? He's exciting to watch.
Yes, indeed.
Whether he's on your team or not, he's a lot of fun to watch. But I'm a Steelers fan.
Me too.
For sure.
Shit, over here. What you thinking about this recent shit?
Tragic to see, man. I hope he gets some help.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. You know what I mean? Like,
give him some help.
He flipped the switch, and it's just been downhill ever since the fallout with us, man. It's just been downhill ever since. Snowballing out of control. He's out of control. You know what I mean? They had my man in a freaking anti-suicide joint in court and everything.
They had him in a turtle suit,
I didn't know that was a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just
just
seen that shit, so.
Oh, yeah, they got him.
You know what I mean?
That's a real thing. That's
Hopefully
suicide watch.
Yeah, hopefully he gets the help he needs, man. And I would say maybe we see him back on the field, but he probably done so, man. But
I mean, you never know. We've seen some crazy stuff happen. I mean, Ray Lewis. You know what I mean? Let's not forget Ray Lewis. Let's never forget Ray Lewis, no matter what. You know what I mean? So
I don't think he'll let us forget him.
If Ray Lewis could come back, anything's possible.
yeah, so hopefully, he gets the help he needs and bounce back from his current situation, man.
What do you think? What do you think about it over there, Scott?
Okay, dog.
Yeah, I agree. It's sad, honestly, and just the fact that he can't go through his shit himself. He gotta have the whole world watching. Like, that can't be easy. That can't make things better when you can't even just, go through whatever you gotta go through, because there's people out there, I'm sure, that are going through and doing some crazy shit that nobody knows about because they're not famous. So, like, I can look at him and be like, wow, he's fucked up because I know everything about him, but there's motherfuckers out there doing crazier shit. I'm sure of it.
I'm with you. I think the nigga just need to get some help and chill out, man. Like, at least chill out for 6 months. You know what I mean? Stop saying fuck the NFL. Like, fuck the NFL for sure, but, like, you can't say fuck them and then be like, hire me and shit.
Right.
I mean, he don't help himself out either doing Instagram lives with the police at your spot and shit like that. So he's not giving himself any help of keeping it low key. So
no, it's just what you said. Go away for 6 months.
Yeah.
You got bread. Go to New Zealand. Go meditate with some monks somewhere, bro.
Take it easy, relax, and then come back and be like, I changed. I'm sorry. Dog, you just like, even when the shit's trying to go out, here you come pissing some little bit of gasoline and blowing this shit the fuck back up.
But he could bounce back. The thing about it, at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, right? So we seen a lot of crazy situations. Ricky Williams was crazy for a while. Remember, he moved to Tibet and everything. Just fell off the grid. Then came back and had productive years. When he came back, yeah. You had some productive years. So I think it's a business, and it's about risk reward. How much are they willing to risk? How much reward can you bring in versus how much risk? You know what I mean? And if you're producing at a high level, some teams will take it. You see, some teams are desperate. Cleveland Browns and Oakland, they don't. You know what I mean? They're very forgiving. Look at Burfict. They keep letting him try.
Cleveland. See my man got caught with the weed and shit.
Yeah.
Kareem
Hunt.
Again, you got more trouble.
got caught with some weed.
That was gonna be my fantasy pick too next year. That was gonna be one of my sleeper picks. He's messing up.
Well, come on, brother. But did you hear about the Orlando Brown the Cannon shit?
Yeah.
That video was some classic shit.
I didn't see the video. I just seen the headlines, and I don't even want to entertain any of that.
The video.
I seen a Nick Cannon response. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. My whole thing is I don't know if it happened or not. I'm not gonna say either way, but
That's crazy.
What I'm trying to say is, if it did happen, like you can't out Nick Cannon with these things without outing yourself.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, and then did you see the video?
Yeah, I seen it.
But see, you didn't see the video. The nigga said he sucked my dick, and it was good, and I liked it. So I'm like, bro. So you're not only outing Nick Cannon if this happened, like you're outing yourself. Not only did it happen, you just said on video it was good.
That shit is mind blowing.
And said Nick Cannon was dressed up as a lady when he did it.
Yeah, like what type of stuff is that? What type of games are being played? How's it going down?
But Nick Cannon never denied it though.
That's going down. But
Nick Cannon never denied it. He wrote like a book and never.
They never denied. You're right about that.
All I wanted to see was I ain't sucked his dick.
Right. He never said that.
That's all I wanted to see. I read this long ass paragraph for.
You're right. Oh, you're right about that. Oh man, I can't speculate.
I'm not speculating, but
I can't say that.
I'm gonna at least be like, nah. I ain't gonna be like, yeah, he's an outstanding guy. And then he said he never knew him.
He said he never knew him. Oh, that's a cold lie.
And then the picture came out when it was like,
Yeah, no, that's a cold lie.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So, let me give that one more again. So I was
Damn.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was the first part of the interview. God damn it.
Hey.
People out there, this is the Smokers Lounge 420 podcast. God damn it, we got a special guest in the building. God damn it, but you know who you're rocking with. I'm Mr. Styles.
Prez North.
K-Dub.
It's Marley, nigga.
Okay. So let's get back into it, bro. The heartburn right there. What's the one lesson, failure or missed opportunity that taught you the most?
All of them, huh? Man, I learn new lessons every day, and they all seem tough at the moment, right? But when you look back at them, it's like it's never as bad as it seems in the moment. But I try to learn from everything. Like I learned that life's like a big game of chess.
Okay.
And every move's crucial, no matter how small it is. Every piece is important. No matter how small you may think it may be, it's gonna grow a seed. Every seed's gonna grow. And I try to learn from everything, bro. Just try to be more cautious. Try not to make the same mistakes twice, over and over again.
Okay.
What makes you feel inspired? What inspires you?
Different things. It could be an instrumental. It could be a ride. It might be a nice day outside and just going for a ride and just feeling that. You know what I mean? Everything, man. Just life. It goes back to that top 3 list of influences. Just life in general. Just is so inspirational. Kind of a hippie at heart. You know what I mean? I'd be perfectly content sitting in a tree somewhere with me and some Buddha,
Okay.
meditating, trying to understand life.
Well, shit, speaking of meditating, goddamn, I mean, this is the lounge, bro. So we gonna get to it, bro. If you could tell your 18-year-old self one thing, bro, what would that be? Go back, tell it that, so you know what I mean? It's,
Oh yeah, I'll tell him take his time. Take his time. It all comes fast enough. Take your time and enjoy
now,
it.
talking about the first time you did the La Bamba?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
No. No, I definitely took my time. I took my time.
Okay.
What is La Bamba right now? Wow.
I took my time with that. Had a lot of practice going into it, so I came in.
Oh, you was ready.
I was.
Like when my man was ready, goddamn it. Okay.
I had the Spice Channel on Scramble.
Dog, what is
Yeah, have the Spice.
What are we talking about?
I went up for the Spice Channel.
What?
Okay.
What is the best compliment you ever received?
Best compliment. Oh man, I don't know. I don't want to give you guys generic answer because you asked me these things and I don't want it to seem generic. But it's just real. Like I'm just such a big picture guy. You know what I mean? And just any type of compliment that anytime someone takes time out of their day to show appreciation for me, I get immense feelings of joy. And I just so grateful for it. You know what I mean? So I can't say there's any one thing I can point out. Like I'm grateful for every compliment, of course. You know what I mean? I can never be too big as to where I can be like, oh, you know what I mean? Everybody, I don't know, just, like I said, I don't want to give you generic stuff, but I am kind of a hippie in a way, so that's where that stuff comes from. Like I am super caring and loving towards people, and I appreciate people, you know what I mean, as they come to me, so I just take every compliment with, you know what I mean, as it is.
Shit, we gonna get out of you, bro. You got a nice answer or something. What's your never again moment, bro?
Never again moment.
So you're like, man, I ain't never gonna do that shit again.
Oh man, yeah, I got plenty of those. Like when I was young, man, I was in the street pharmacy game very, you know what I mean, a lot.
Okay.
And with that came a lot of never do that again moments, you know what I mean? And
Okay.
I had to completely separate myself from that type of life, and I had to figure out other ways to get money, and that's always tough because as young black men, we're not always given, we're not always, some are, not all, we're not always given opportunities to learn business. And sometimes your first taste of entrepreneurship might come from some street stuff, selling bud, and like, oh man, I get $10 for this?
Right.
Like, oh, okay, well, oh, this is, like, that's a lemonade stand, that's a ghetto lemonade stand. Like, oh, this is crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. So that's like, I'm sorry. That's what it is for me. I would never, that was my never again moment when I could figure out, like, I don't need to leave street shit alone. There's other ways to get money. And, you know what I mean? And you can make legal flips.
Okay.
Learning about legal flips, bro. Learning about the stock market and how to invest your money, make your money work for you type of stuff.
Right,
You know,
okay.
Learning about selling t-shirts. Like, oh, if I could sell some weed, I could sell a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like, what's that? I get 100 t-shirts for $100, selling for 15 a piece. Okay. That's a lovely flip. You know what I mean?
Yes,
No,
indeed.
know about that one.
What's something people seem to get wrong about you? Something they misunderstand?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
So
I think no, for sure. I think musically, I think from a musical standpoint, I think because I do a lot of I have a lot of versatility. I think someone might hear this song or that song, and they may think that's what it is, and they think that's the whole body of art. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's the type of music he makes. But it's never that musically. Like, I have so many flavors and do so many things because I pull inspiration from so many different places. So I think in that regard, that's where I might be. That's where people might misunderstand me.
Okay. Well, shit. That was dope right there. Now, bro, we're gonna get into a little segment, bro. It's called This or That. We're just gonna name 2 things and you tell us which one, goddammit.
All right.
Prez, what was my man's name who returned our punt for us and shit?
Deontay Johnson.
Who?
Deontay Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
First, this or that, bro. Juju or Johnson?
What, for the long term?
Right now.
Or for, like, so this is the thing, right? So we're talking sports. So you're talking about for a game or for a season? Like if I had a contract and I had to keep one of those guys long term, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Juju, I gotta go with Juju because he got more body of work. Dude had a hot season.
Okay.
But if we're talking about a game, I'm taking Johnson. Yeah, right now.
Okay. Lunch or joints?
See, this is another one. If I'm dolo, it's just me. I'm smoking on a J. If we're in a session and there's a couple heads on it, it's gotta be in a blunt. I look crazy as hell rolling up a J. Even though my J's are like, I get the raw long joints. You know what I mean? But I'm still not gonna smoke that with the homies. We're gonna smoke it out.
Right. Okay. Okay. Indica or sativa?
Oh man, I don't think I've ever had a true. I don't think I've ever had a true blend of a pure strain of indica or sativa. A lot of stuff's mixed strains now. My preference would be sativa if I have shit to do, cause you know what I mean, I have shit to do. And indica if I'm in the house on some lazy shit, watching games, like watching a football game or some basketball, I'm in the house with the indica for sure.
Okay.
In the house with the indica.
You fucking with the pen or the edibles?
Edibles for sure. Pins, I don't know, man. They're cool for some low key if you're at work and you gotta go on your lunch break. You need to get the edge off right quick. Yeah, but edibles for sure. Especially Fast Eddie got fast edibles, and he's got work for you.
Line up one for fast edibles.
Check out them fast edibles, bro.
Now we gonna get him right here, people, cause he came. He done lit up 2 blunts. One was green and one was brown.
Yeah.
So what's your preference, bro? Green or brown?
I like game greens.
My man, light one up for game green. That's what we smoke around here.
I got a lot of homies that smoke Palmers, so
I give them a little light one up.
yeah. So sometimes I had a Palmers on deck, but my preference is, like I said, if I'm at the crib delo, bro, I'm smoking that raw.
Okay. Let's get to it. Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Okay. We're just gonna,
What you with Jay-Z? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
hey, we gonna hey, just gotta keep it real. Ass or tits?
Ass all day, bro.
Soft shell or hard shell, my nigga?
Soft shell.
Okay. We got like 2 more of these, bro. Price is Right or Family Feud? Yeah.
So the old school Price is Right? In the old school Family Feud, or are we talking Steve Harvey, Drew Carey?
Yeah, let's go Steve versus Drew.
Oh, Steve.
Okay. And the last one, right? Is you a thong or boy shorts kind of?
Depends. Depends on the ass, don't it?
This nigga got the most political answer that I've heard in my life.
Marley for mayor.
Right, I think that's what we're about to get to now, for real.
Marley for mayor.
Okay,
Campaign
bro.
like a Kennedy.
Before we get to the final questions, goddamn, we got a segment we call Weird Questions.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You can punch anybody in the face right now. Who would it be? Yeah, come on.
Such a funny question.
George Zimmerman. Without a shadow of a doubt. Dead in his fucking grill.
Okay.
I wish the fuck I would run across dude.
I like what up for that. Okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting that one, but that's a great one right there. Goddamn, I'm let another one up for that one. Matter of fact, he said George Zimmerman. Okay.
How can anybody think that was okay? How can anyone justify that?
White up. Yeah, I ain't even gonna.
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't even.
No, I ain't gonna do it either.
We in a weird question segment, people. Goddamn it. Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
Mike went up for Mikey. Cowabunga.
Cause he was charismatic, right? He would have been a rapper if the Ninja Turtles were like niggas. he would have been a rapper if they were brothers. Then I'm like, yo, Mikey, what are you in there doing? He's like, I'm writing. I'm smoking this. He's like, Mike would have been smoking. We need to do that. We need to make the hip hop Ninja Turtles. And Mike would be lighting up all the time. He'd be a stoner, eating big pizza.
Ninja Turtles.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
That'd be crazy. Splinter would be their manager. He'd be their road manager, out here working heavy. You know what I mean? They'll have beef with Splinter and his crew. I mean, Shredder and his crew. Bebop and Rocksteady, they're already Bebop, bruh.
Dog,
This shit
real
writes
niggas
itself.
would never fuck with a rat though.
No, you're right. That's the thing, right?
You're gonna have
He's
to
a
make
cheesy
him
ass
start
manager. He's a shiesty manager, but they fuck with him because they're loyal. They're like, damn, he helped us out in the game, but he's really. It writes itself.
This nigga called the rat a cheesy manager.
Dog, he said he was Jewish. A Jewish rat.
Oh shit.
You remember they had the van too, so that'd be their tour bus. This shit writes itself, bro. This shit writes itself.
Be on the lookout for the hip hop Ninja Turtles.
Straight up, I went out for that.
We're gonna have some fun.
Okay, we in weird questions. I mean, this ain't too weird, but what's your favorite weed movie?
Friday? Friday's a weed movie.
That's a great one.
Friday, but I'm kind of this is where me and a lot of people fall out, right? Because it's not the first Friday. The first Friday, I know. It's not the first Friday. The second Friday with Baby Joker on it. That shit is just so funny to me. That shit is so funny to me.
It's the best one to me.
Yeah. Oh, for real? Yeah. A lot of people get mad about that one.
That wasn't like, I don't know. I don't even.
It's okay. I mean, I get it.
No.
But just come on, Day Day. You get introduced to Day Day. The Jokers are funny as hell. Like,
Yo, that's just yeah. I can't even choose 1, 2, or 3. Like 3 is my shit.
one's a classic because it laid the groundwork down, right? It's just like it's that. You know what I mean? Like Curtis Blow's the first rapper to record on record, but he's not the best rapper. You know what I mean? So the first Friday's like that. Like it laid the groundwork.
I
to
went
be
out for
that shit.
KB. Oh shit. Oh, which way this shit?
Hey.
Okay. Well, we're about to get into the final questions. That don't mean we're done. I just done with the interview and shit.
Yeah, we're having fun.
Final questions. If you could have dinner, hold on before we get into the final questions. This is the Smokers Lounge, goddammit. I'm Mr. Styles.
Prez Miller.
K-Dub.
And it's Marley.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm here. Okay. We got S. Marley in the building, goddammit. You know what I mean? He blessed us, you know what I mean, coming to the lounge. Thank you. He's actually the first guest of season 2 and shit. You know what I mean? Like, went out for that.
First guest to bring bars as well.
Yes. Oh.
Might be the last after that.
He brought bars. Yeah, that was.
He brought bars, off the top bars.
Yeah, so straight up. No words can even fucking be saying.
Not at all.
But let's get into these final questions, bro. If you could have dinner with any 3 dead people, bro, who would you choose?
Oh man, that's a great question. I'm glad. I'm glad you asked me that question. Actually, first I would like to have dinner with brother Malcolm X. Could you imagine talking to Malcolm X, bro? That'd be insane. Bob Marley, of course, right?
Okay.
Smoking and talking with Malcolm, smoking with Bob, and then last, but not least, I don't know, bro. It's just I couldn't even pick a last person. Those 2 are just so dope, right? I don't know. That's good, man. I'm good with those 2.
Okay.
Rock out with Bob and Malcolm.
Okay.
Have great conversation, great smoke. Oh no, you know what? Matter of fact, I don't know. Forget about it. I was trying to think of a great day chef, but I don't. Just so he can chef something up for us, but we'll get some real live catering for that.
That's a great answer.
We'll get some real live catering.
This nigga talking about some food.
He wants the food to be good
yeah,
at
for
this
sure.
dinner.
For sure.
Man.
Everything else gonna be top notch, ain't it?
No, that was a great answer.
If heaven exists, man, what would you like to hear God say as you reach the pearly gates?
That I did it. I did what he asked of me. You know, I accomplished what he set me out here to do. Hopefully, that's all we can ask, right?
That's it.
Okay, yeah. I like one up for that. Okay, man. So today's generation, bro, they're always talking about eating the groceries and shit, bro. So, do you give eating the groceries 2 blunts of Kush? I mean, 5 blunts of Kush or 5 blunts of Reggie?
Damn. I mean, your preference is your preference, right? I mean, I think if you love someone or you care about somebody, you should go to the nines room for whatever, you know what I mean, whatever y'all get into is what y'all get into. I don't think it's for everybody, though, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, I mean, you can't go wild with it. But if you're with somebody you mess with like that, you rock like that, yeah, you do whatever. Y'all get down how y'all get down.
Okay.
We grown-ups.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, that's a question I ask everybody just to see. Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
no, for sure.
Yeah, you know what that gets for me?
What's that?
What's that?
Same thing as always got.
What's that?
10 blunts of fucking Reggie.
Oh, 10 of them. 10 of them.
Nah.
No sir. No sir. What's happiness mean to you, man?
What's that?
What's happiness mean to you?
Man, I'm always trying to look at the bright side. It's at this point in my life, it's my kids' happiness, making sure they're happy. But I mean, besides that, myself, I'm always content, bro. I've been in situations where I thought I wasn't going to get out of. I know people that are in situations that they can't get out of. You know what I mean? Serve life in prison. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. There's little kids in Kuwait that got to carry AKs for a living. You know what I mean? To make sure that they can live.
Okay.
So just life in general. Like I never take a second for granted. You know what I mean? This is happiness to me. Sitting here with y'all, having great conversation, smoking good. I can find contentment in that.
That's real shit.
Very real. Very real. Yes, indeed.
Like I know people that trade spots with me in a minute, in a hot second. Like yeah, I always think about it like this. This is what came to me on some stoner shit, right? Me and my homie were sitting there eating wings, and I was like, damn. I was like, what would it take for a kid in like an African village, like a third world African village, to have to get like some wings like we got right now? You have to go out, find some chickens, enough chickens to get a dozen wings, chop their heads off, pluck them, like the whole process for what we just did in 20 minutes. Call like, hey, can you bring some wings down? Like that's lovely. That's a lovely life to live, bro.
Damn.
And wings are delicious.
That's a hell of a perspective right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Never thought of it like that.
Oh,
That's
good. That's good.
indeed, that's real as hell right there.
Okay. Well, that concludes the interview part of this, goddammit. So, let's give it up for his Marley, goddammit.
Hey.
Now you know, so you know we do the top 10 real nigga countdown here.
For sure.
You got your 10?
I do have my 10.
Damn, hold on, man. I gotta clap again, cause most niggas.
I came prepared, sir. Hold on.
Who all had they 10 when they came? Yeah, we about to get y'all niggas, cause y'all should have came prepared. Who had they 10? This Joe.
Joe, Chris Kane.
Chris Kane had his 10.
Chris Kane had his 10. Joe had his 10.
I went up for Hubs and Quest, even though they ain't had their 10.
They did not have their 10.
Straight up, but let's get into the top 10 real nigga countdown. Yeah. It's the top 10 real nigga countdown, goddamn it. We got It's Marley, we got K-Dub, we got Prez. We got motherfucking Mr. Styles in the building. So I'm gonna start at my number 10 most influential. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go 10 to 8, bro. I'm gonna start my number 10. This, I don't know if this is a shocker for so far, for most influential of all time, but my number 10 is Drake. Drizzy Drake for number 10 of all fucking time. I mean, this nigga took the shit worldwide. Like, you know what I mean? Canada, America, London. Like, this nigga. So, my number 9, Lil Wayne. I mean, he's influenced. He changed the whole fucking. Y'all know what the nigga did. And my number 8, you gotta give it up for Master P. Goddamn it, he influenced the whole genre of rap music. You gotta say, P was really the, you know what I mean, better of the actual trap music. I mean, yeah, UGK was out in them niggas, but I'm saying P and No Limit. You know what I mean? They stamped that shit. So, you know what I mean, that's my top one right there. Goddamn it.
Oh, I'm up.
Okay.
My number 10 is Tip.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I mean, I was about to say what you said, but you said P is, and No Limit's the originators of that shit. But I mean, the first time I heard trap music really was Tip. You know what I mean? People ran with that. My number 9 is Kanye.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, producer, the rapper, you know what I mean? Does his own shit and everything like that. My number 8 is Wayne.
Oh.
I mean, it's one of the best of all time. Influenced a lot of motherfuckers out here today, you know what I mean?
100%.
Sure.
100%. It's on me.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I didn't even have it in no particular order, but I'll give it to him. I'm gonna say Kanye,
Okay.
number 10 as well, just for, you know what I mean, all the reasons you said as well. Like his beats, the way what he did with auto-tune, you know what I mean? I think that changed the game. You still hear a lot of that today. Just the influence that he had. He took hip-hop in a lane where, you know what I mean, it was cool to be yourself. You know what I mean? A long time you had to be a tough guy or dope. Kanye was none of that, and he made, you know what I mean, he made that shit acceptable. Lil Wayne,
Okay.
again, you know what I mean, it's Wheezy. He ran hip hop for a decade. You know what I mean, that was the only thing you heard on the radio, features, everything. I think that was the gift and the curse for him, right? Because people, I think, they're underwhelmed by anything he does now because you heard him do everything. So it really doesn't matter what he does at this point.
Just at this point.
Like, he has his bar is so high. It's like if Jordan, you know what I mean, played a game today or tomorrow at his prime and he scored 50, people be like, why didn't he score 60? You know what I mean? Like, it's just because you're so used to seeing them get to those benchmarks. You know what I mean? You see it with a lot of great basketball players, LeBron, you know what I mean, Kobe, you know what I mean, they have great games, put up great numbers. People are like, he didn't really play that good.
Right.
He only had 3 assists. Nigga scored 45 points though, bro.
Right.
And
Exactly.
he passed the ball though. You know what I mean? So I think that's what happened with Wayne. It was just kind of like that for him. And so what I gave Wayne, Kanye, and I'm gonna say Eminem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For lots of reasons, because of his lineage. You know what I mean? G Unit, all that stuff that came up under him. For what it meant for white MCs, he was the first white MC people gave like legit street dudes and like hip hop artists gave respect to.